funk. Thoughts deep, boys steeped in the depths that he sunk. Big stress, depressed in the middle of fall. Sky gray, I late in the thick of it all. I wonder, how long can a human survive just staying alive or carrying the rest of the tribe? Waiting for the day to arrive or struggling dies, and I be doing way, way more than getting by. So why? Cop myself a cup of coffee, sip of water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Hey, cop myself a cup of coffee, sip of water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Eyes realize life is so much more than just living a day. Every day I can sit and reflect and breathe and connect to myself and all that I've been given. See, giving up is not an option. So when I'm looking at gray skies, I'll be adopting a new way to deal with a test. Lord, relieve me of stress. The ring be looking like when blessings drop in. And so I cop myself a cup of coffee, sip of water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Water in it softly, cleanse me of stress I hold. Hey, here we go. Yeah, let's do this. Y'all ready? 1, 2, 3. In times of test, let no harm beset me, oh my Lord, oh my Lord. In times of test, let no harm beset me, oh my Lord, oh my Lord. Woo.
Warning, the following image and/or content may be disturbing, offensive to some viewers. Viewer discretion is strongly advised.
Can I just say something real quick? And I know I'm probably going to get a lot of backlash for this, but this needs to be said because this is an ongoing topic all the time. If the man that you are physically intimate with on a regular basis, doesn't necessarily have to be your boyfriend or your man, tells you that he does not want to have a baby with you or just a baby, period, why on earth do y'all insist on having the man's baby anyway? Especially if he told you that he didn't want the baby to begin with. Why? Because it's your body. It's your body, but it's his baby. He has a right to say something too. I don't know why women feel so entitled to keep a baby or kill a baby just because it's your body. But we're not talking about keeping. We're not talking about killing it. We talking about the women that actually keep it after the man told you to get rid of it because he didn't want one to begin with. Now, don't get me wrong. I do feel like men aren't responsible enough or held accountable enough as they should be when it comes to them protecting themselves. You know, whenever they do decide to be intimate with someone, I feel like it is always on the woman for her to prevent herself from getting pregnant. And I feel like men can absolutely do the same, but they choose not to. Yes, there's condoms. Yes, he can get a vasectomy. There's things that he can do too. But most men choose not to because they're irresponsible. So it leaves majority of the responsibility on the female. I get all of that. But it still does not give you the right to have a man's baby after he told you he didn't want the baby. Like, y'all really gotta stop with that way of thinking. That's why we have so many baby mamas in this generation right now. Do you not realize I've seen more baby mamas in this generation than I have wives and fiancés at that? And if you do decide to keep the baby, be okay with being a single mom and not having him in his life or his child's life. And we all know that's not nothing to brag about. There's nothing to brag about being a single mother. At the end of the day, the child needs both parents in their life if they can have both of them. So you robbing that child of him not having his father all because you were too selfish to listen to what he had to say in the first place as far as him not wanting the baby, then that makes you wrong. It makes you a bad person. I don't care. I said what I said. Stop having his baby if you don't want it. If the man don't want it, don't have his baby. And if you do have it, be prepared to not have him in the child's life. Be okay with it. Be okay with it financially. Be okay with it physically. Be okay with it emotionally. Period.
If a woman decides to keep the baby, right, with all the contraceptive choices we have, he should be allowed to sign a contract that says, since she decided and I didn't, then I want to withdraw financial obligation. I think if we had these rules in place, unwanted pregnancies would diminish greatly because the incentive of extracting money from a man is there. So the consequences are damn near zero for women in terms of like, should I have this kid or should I not? Because not only will he be out of my life, I'll still get money from him and then get money from the government, right? It's insane.
Why is it when a father abandons his child, they call him a deadbeat dad, but when a woman aborts her child, they call it her choice?
Because it is her choice. It's her body. And if the guy leaves after the baby is born, why didn't you leave before? You should have left before. That's all I got to say. Should have never fucked her.
I don't know, deadbeat dad's got a good ring to it, but it doesn't seem fair.
If a father leaves before the fetus is fully developed, would he still be a deadbeat?
My opinion, no.
I don't believe that a man is a deadbeat. I think a man should have a choice whether he wants to raise a baby or not. And if we actually did some DNA tests on these children, I would say about half of them, about half the people in this country are raising somebody else's child, in my opinion.
I just found out I'm pregnant. Do I legally have to tell the baby's father that I'm getting an abortion?
No. Legally, you're not required to tell the prospective father you're getting an abortion. Under the law, your body, you decide. However, advocates for fathers' rights argue that a man should be able to opt out of fatherhood. Under this opt-out approach, the woman would have to notify the man that she is pregnant. The father would then be allowed to refuse financial responsibility for the baby if he's not yet ready to be a father. Should the child be born despite this, the father would then not be financially responsible for the child's upbringing. Ladies, what do you think?
Salute. Welcome. Happy Saturday, y'all. I'm Urban. Appreciate y'all tuning in to the this Saturday podcast. We got an interesting topic that we're gonna talk about. This topic I already know is gonna be triggering as hell. I already know. I know. But we gotta talk about it. We gotta talk about it, y'all, because we need some clarity on this craziness, this debacle that's going on right now, especially in our communities as well too. So we're going to talk about this thing called child abandonment. Normally we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about another new term that is out too, meaning financial abortion. Okay. So we're gonna have this conversation. I'm gonna give y'all my perspective about this as well too. But first, y'all already know I love shouting out people who pull us up at the lounge. Scorpio, I see you in the building. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. And I also appreciate each and every last one of y'all who are either watching in the bushes or you're gonna catch the replay of the stream. Appreciate y'all a whole lot. So without further ado, let's go and jump into this topic, okay? Let's go and get into it. Here's my overall stance on this situation. I strongly believe that a man should also have the same rights as a woman. A man should have the same rights as a woman. The same way how women have the right to either choose to keep the child or abort the child, the man should have that same type of rights as well too. Now, don't get me wrong. When it deals with the overall decision making and accountability part, y'all already know where I stand on that, which I said it countless of times that it is both the one woman and the man responsibility to take care of that said child. If you don't want to take care of that child, then don't have babies, period. That's why I stand there. But however, this particular show is not necessarily talking about that. This particular show today, we're going to talk about how there are modern day women out there who will purposely go ahead and have the child anyway, in spite of the man consenting to say, no, he don't want to have nothing to do with the child. He'll go through the process of giving her the plan B. Hell, he might even went through the process of even having a condom and strapping up in the condom probably bust, or she probably sabotaged the condom, or whatever the case may be, she ended up on getting pregnant. Or she could have had convinced him to be reckless and go ahead and go in route. But whatever the case may be, right, the man ultimately ended up saying that he don't want to have a baby with this woman. Period. Now, it's true that women have a right to choose because it's their body. They're the one who's going to be carrying the child. But do y'all think that it needs to be equal across the board? Do y'all think that just as much as women have rights legally, do you think that men should also have rights as well too? I believe so. Well, we hear this all the time about equal rights, equal this, equal that, blah, 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 right? But is it really equal when it comes to this childbearing situation? Is it really equal, or is it really one-sided? I say that it's actually one-sided. It's very one-sided. Once again, women have the right to choose whatever they want to do with their body. It is what it is. But why is it that men do not have the same rights as women? If that man decided to say, hey, I don't want to have nothing to do with this child and literally abandon that child, I believe legally he should be entitled to do that. And that is fact. Because let's keep it a buck. Once again, her rights, her body, right? But you got to also take this into consideration as well too. It's also his body his rights because he had contributed to the contraception of, well, y'all know what I'm talking about, to birthing this child. He the one who penetrated her. He the one who ejaculated his sperm into her. So he partly contributed to that as well too. So therefore, it is also his right, his body, his right as well too. So I honestly believe that he should have legal obligations as well too, legal rights as well too. If he decides to walk away on that child and she decides to keep that child, then he shouldn't be legally penalized for that. Meaning that taking that man to court, threatening that man to child support, then when he get put on child support, right, literally take away that man financial security. Most on average men out there, right, they're earning on the average roughly between like 50 to 60,000 a year. Imagine earning 50 to 60,000 a year on the average, right? And they get cut in half based on child support. Just imagine that. They also imagine this. Imagine that not only this man is paying child support, but that same woman end up becoming petty, right? And decide to utilize the Office of Attorney General legal system against him and ask for what? Back child support payments, which therefore it puts the man in arrears. So not only his salary get cut in half, they take out additional 20 to 30% of his salary for arrears because that woman decided to ask for back child support. And that man don't have no say-so in the matter. He could go to court, he could plead or whatever, but at the end of the day, he don't have no say-so in the matter. Then last but not least, they set up what is known as a visitation order, right? But it depends on the situation. Depends on the situation. It depends on if that man have a history of domestic violence. But if he doesn't have a history of domestic violence, that will force a visitation order on this dude. And guess what? If he don't abide by this visitation order, guess what happened to him? They end up filing an order of contempt. And guess what? That dude end up going to jail. Let's also want to consider this as well too. If that man do not pay child support, right? Guess what happened? In most states, if a man do not pay for child support, guess what they do? They end up taking a license away from them. They're reported on their credit report. So therefore, end up creating a negative credit remarks on his credit report where he can't even get a house or car or apartment or anything like that. So this is the reason why I say that just the same amount of rights that women have to choose to either keep the child or to abort the child, the man should have the same legal rights as well too, where if he want to be in that child's life or he want to abandon that child. Now, once again, those of y'all who tuned in right now, I'm not talking about if you were literally in a relationship together, right? Y'all in a relationship, y'all decided to procreate together, right? And then something happened in that relationship where y'all had to leave it for irreconcilable differences. I'm not talking about that scenario. I'm talking about two adults randomly just having sex with each other, right? And decide, and then within the process of them having sex together, they end up getting pregnant. That's what I'm talking about in the situation. So that man should have the same legal rights as that woman. And that's facts. That's facts. I'm going to present a video with y'all, and this really what sparked this whole entire one show. Okay, I watch No Fugi podcast, right, with Cooley, right. Shout out to him. He is a phenomenal content creator. But he had a particular segment on this show, and I want y'all to listen to this, right? And this what sparked this whole entire thing of what we're talking about today on this podcast, all right? So without further ado, let me go ahead and present this to y'all. And the whole question that we're asking right now, should men have legal rights to abandon unwanted babies? I say that they should. But I want to hear your perspective on this. So how do you feel about this? All right. So without further ado, let's listen to this controversial debate.
If women have power to go through a
Speak salute.
Okay, let me use another word. If women have power to throw out the baby, should men have the same power to abandon the baby? Okay, so since women have power to abort the baby, should men have power to abandon the baby? Let's start with Amanda.
Know what he means? So he's basically saying...
Yeah, they got it. Go ahead, Amanda.
Actually, no, repeat that question.
You got the right.
No,
all
yeah.
women, my body, my choice, right? So you got the right to abort the baby. Now, right? Cool.
Go
now,
to
should
salute.
men have the right to abandon the baby? Meaning that, oh, your body, your choice, you have that little nigga? Peace, I'm out. I don't got to pay child support.
I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like you should work together and you should be in a relationship.
Amanda, that's not the
Yeah,
question.
that isn't the question. Women have a right right now. All of you ladies, you do have a right. Your body, your choice, depending on the state that you're in. Since Roe v. Wade is not handled by the government anymore, the states handle it. So you have the right to abort. Since you have the right to abort, should men have the right to not pay child support?
No.
I'll get to you. What about you, Amanda?
Should men have the right to not pay child support?
Yeah, you got the right to literally throw the whole baby in a garbage.
Look, listen, hold on. Listen. Men, we cannot say anything if you guys decide.
We don't have any rights.
To abort
it's
the
all
baby.
on you.
But so you guys can keep the baby even if we don't want the baby.
Yeah.
So if you decide to have a baby, and I say I don't want the baby, do I have the right to not pay child support and not take care of that baby, even though you're going against what I want?
You know what? Because this is a really hard question because...
We just want your opinion.
Yeah.
I'm getting there.
Take on that.
I'm getting there. Don't you worry, honey. I'm getting there. This is a hard one because it's like it depends situation. It depends on what you're going through. At the end of the day, the government protects children. That's one of the main...
Now, notice what she said, right? And her mentality is how a lot of the modern day women think, okay? She literally said it depends on the situation. Now, I want y'all to think about this critically, okay? She said it depends on the situation. Why do it depends on the situation? Why would she say that? Why would any woman say that? Here's the answer to this. The reason why it depends on the situation is because it depends on how that woman is feeling in that moment. Once again, it depends on how that woman is feeling in that moment. She could just wanted to just get her nut on and just all of a sudden she got pregnant. And so if she's not feeling that dude, if she feel like that she don't have any other type of connection with this dude, guess what she's going to do? She's going to exercise her rights as a woman and abort that baby. But however, if she feels that's a little small morsel that this dude could be beneficial to her, that's a small morsel, whether it's financially, whether it's emotionally, or whatever the case may be, if she have just a small inch of connection with this dude, or attachment with this dude, guess what? She is going to exercise her right to keep that child. But let's continue.
Things they protect. So by paying child support, you're protecting the child. So do I think that...
Wait. Time out. Yeah. That don't make any sense.
At all.
If the government...
Hey, Scorpio, cut it out. And I see your comment in the chat. Cut that out. She don't have to speak to you. All right? Now the thing that me and you got going on, that's between me and you, all right? She don't have to speak to you, all right? Nobody don't have to speak to her in the chat, okay?
Government protects the child, they would...
Respectfully, all right? From a brother, all right?
And give authority for the woman to abort the child. Gotcha.
Yes. No, I mean, like, yes.
Yeah. So,
Yes.
So they're not protecting the child.
They're not protecting the child.
They're not protecting
They're
the child.
supporting the self-delete of a child.
Yes.
yeah, they're not.
Which is horrible.
They're only protecting the woman's choice.
Yes.
Not the kid.
So the thing is, since the government protects the woman's choice,
Okay.
why do you think the government?
So she already spoke to me, Scorpio. She already said salute Urban. That's all she got to do. She don't necessarily have to acknowledge everyone in the chat at all. Okay? Well, when I go over to other people's channel, I say what's up to the channel holder as well too, but I don't speak to everyone in the chat unless I choose to do that. All right? So she's not obligated to do that. We're not going to do that. Okay? All right? Once again, I'm just saying this respectfully.
Government doesn't protect the man's choice.
I think that if a man wants to leave and he doesn't want to pay child support, then that should be his right to not do that.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
What about you, Antoinette?
What do you think?
Okay, so a
Tough
man.
question.
It is a tough
It's
question. I just,
really not, honestly,
Okay,
because a
sure.
man could pay child support but still abandon the baby.
But no, that's what we're saying is,
Yeah.
if you decide to have a kid and your boyfriend doesn't want to have that kid and you have it anyway.
All right, this is going to be my final time addressing the Scorpio. All right, she did speak to me. Gertrude speak to me in her own way. This is what she said to me, and she do this every time she pull up in the chat. This is what she do. That is her way of speaking to me. All right, she don't have to say, "Hey, Urban," or nothing like that. She's not obligated to do that, but that is her particular way of speaking to me. Okay, so let's be adults. All right.
Does he have the right to not pay child support on top of not being there and taking care of that kid?
I mean, you're asking about rights. That's not what that said, though.
But that's what it
basically what
means.
he's
So
asking.
pretty
That's what
much
it's
the
implying.
question
I'm
is,
just simplifying the question.
yeah, the simplified is we already know that women, y'all have rights to abort the baby.
Regardless if we say no or not.
Regardless if we say that's what the right y'all got. Men, we don't have any rights, right? But we are obligated that if you do have the baby, we do have to pay child support, whether if we want to be with you or not. So we're saying that since women have a right, like the government is giving women right to have a choice, but they're not giving men the right to have a choice when it comes to the baby and stuff. So we're saying that should the government give men a right when it comes to that, but only for the child support? Like should men have the right to be like yes or no?
No.
They shouldn't have the right. They should always just have to pay.
I really can't relate to that part because my daughter's dad doesn't have to pay anything, and we decided not to be together. So I can't relate to that.
He doesn't pay anything because you didn't put him on child support. But if you did, he would have to pay.
But I didn't.
Yeah.
Correct.
But that's still your choice.
Not yet.
And here's another thing that I want to add on to that too in her particular situation. The reason why she didn't put him on child support is because he agreed with her that he was going to take care of the child financially and also be a part of that child's life. Now, however, if he didn't agree to, let's keep it a buck. If he didn't agree to her terms, 9 times out of 10, she would most definitely would have put that dude on child support.
His choice.
Because if you said, no, I want you to pay child support, he has no choice but to pay child support.
Let's say if you wanted him to pay child support, he ain't got no choice.
Yep, and if he doesn't pay, he's going to jail.
That sucks.
Locked up, they won't let me out.
It's like a double-edged
They won't let
sword.
me out. I'm locked up.
No.
Akon, yeah, go ahead.
It
He
is-
locked up.
It sucks.
Okay.
For y'all, but you guys just really need to be
Like, yeah, it sucks for you,
because
but
you guys don't have any rights in it. So I'm sorry for that. But you guys do decide who you have sex with. So just be careful. Like you know what type of person somebody is.
Okay, but also a woman is the one who allows a man to wear a condom or not. So I cannot have sex with a woman if with or without a condom.
I mean, we have that same choice as far as that.
Yeah, it's both your responsibility.
Yeah, I get what you're saying though. Yeah, I get what you're saying. He's pretty much saying like the whole sex part. Forget about that. That was manipulation because she was talking about effects. Let's go back to the calls. What we were speaking about.
Right.
Just give an answer. Do you think men should have the choice or no?
No.
Okay, cool. So no,
Man, say, I ain't gonna lie, old boy right here, he just became a straight beta.
Beta.
It been no way in hell I would have allowed Cooley to stop me while I'm trying to give my thought and perspective. No way in the hell. I don't care if I'm sitting right next to that dude, whatever. You're not gonna stop me in my own thoughts. I'm a grown ass man, just like you're entitled to your perspective and your opinions. I'm entitled to mine. Let me get mine off. What I'm trying to say, I'm just saying.
Oh, we got a yes from you. What about you?
I say no. If he doesn't want the baby, why would you have a baby with him? So no.
All right, no, all right. So he shouldn't have the choice to not pay child support. He should always pay child support.
He doesn't have to pay child support.
Oh, okay, got you. So he doesn't have to pay child support if he doesn't want to.
Yeah.
So men should have the choice.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
All right, come on back.
Oh, yeah. Walk faster.
Yo, you know you've been on here mad times and I don't know your name.
Asasia.
Asasia.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know anybody's name. Asasia. So did you hear the question or no?
Can you repeat it?
God dang, Asasia, you ain't. So Asasia, if let's make it simple for her because we had to repeat it like 30 different times for the girls over
it's
here.
something about if
I'll summarize it. I'll make it real simple. So currently right now, the government gives women the choice to keep the baby or not, right? To abort or to keep the baby. They also have the choice to put the man on child support or not, right? So government gives the woman a choice. Should the government give men the choice to abandon the baby? Like if she's gonna have the baby, should men have the choice to be like, oh no, I don't want to be in a baby's life, and the man doesn't have, and he's gonna be excluded from paying child support, or the government, no, there's no choice for you. If you abandon the baby, you will pay child support.
I mean, no, because who was holding the baby the whole time?
The mother.
No,
For
like
9 months.
before
What
that.
do you mean?
Before that.
What are you talking about?
Wait, what do you mean? You explain. I don't know what you're talking about.
We're saying.
Okay, it took you to Nut and me to have this baby, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now that
First of all, I'm gonna pull out King.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying now.
You understand?
The man hold the seed. He planted the seed in a woman. So if the woman gets pregnant, he got to pay child support. So you're saying that, yes, he should always have to pay child support.
Yeah, if you don't want to pay child support, pull out. Simple as that.
Why you ain't making him wear a condom?
He didn't want to wear it. We both agreed to not wearing it.
Yeah, you still.
Yeah, stand your ground, homie. Go back to your original argument. Don't let on Cooley punk you out, bro. Yeah, get off what you was trying to say, because to me, that was just some bullshit on Cooley part.
That's bullshit.
Get it out, bro.
Going back to that part. The woman, right? She had the same choice to allow the man to smash.
Thank you. That's my point.
She grants access to sex. Men don't clap cheeks unless women allow them to. If not, it's called grape.
And that was the point that I'm said to everyone, and a lot of people, especially dudes, disagree with me on that point. I tell you, every single time that women control the access to sex, and also women control the access to relationship that ultimately end up with marriage. Okay, dudes will sit up here and argue and sit up here about, no, you're lying, Abby. No, we control that. We control that. Nah, bro, you don't control that at all. You don't control access to sex, nor you don't control access to relationship, which lead to marriage. You may agree. At the end of the day, you may agree to it. Now, keep in mind what I say. You may agree to it. Once again, you may agree to it. But if she don't agree to that, then it is not going to happen, period. It is not going to happen, period. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
So you grant access to sex, right? So
I didn't grant access to him nutting in me, though.
What
So
do
we
you
got the
mean?
plan
What?
If you allowed him to hit it raw.
Wait a minute. Hold on. She said that she didn't grant him permission to nut up in her. What the hell? All right, so speak. Your comment right here goes exactly in this moment right here. Her saying he nutted in me is her not taking accountability. What the hell? That doesn't make sense whatsoever. Hold on, let me run that back just a little bit. Hold on, that's crazy.
Access to sex, right?
I didn't grant access to him nutting in me though.
What
So
do
we
you
got the
mean?
plan
If you allowed him to hit it raw, then obviously
If
it's
he don't
potential.
want to have a kid, simple as that. He's gonna pull out and he's gonna wear a
Let's take it a
Simple as
step
that.
back further. Let's just take it a step back further. Since you want to try to take it a step back, right? Let's go all the way to the root of the cause. Women grant access to sex.
Right.
Not only that, in regards to the whole pulling out thing, you have the ability to keep the baby or not keep the baby. Right? So you have all of these options of different contraceptives. Plan B, condoms, and all of these other little things. Well, you got the plan B. And you said you took like 30 of them niggas.
Ain't no
so
way.
obviously.
All right, so I also want to add this on to the situation too. Let's be realistic as adults, okay? Just about every woman that I have encountered sexually, right? Every woman I had encountered sexually, they have said this to me. They have said that they love the feeling of it. What do I mean about that? They love the feeling of it. Not only they love the actual raw feeling of being raw dogged by a man, but they love the feeling when a man get ready to nut in them. They love that feeling. They love feeling that. It's a certain type of sensation that they love to have. So when you in that moment, you're already going in raw and all this stuff there. That woman is not gonna sit up there and stop this dude. Will she know that dude getting ready to come and stuff, right? That woman is not gonna stop that dude because she want that feeling of it. She want to feel it. She want to feel every bit of it. Even when he ejaculate in her, she want to feel that. Let's keep it a buck. So I'm thinking about this as well too. Let's say in a situation, old boy is getting ready, to climax. He's getting ready to come and stuff, right? And his body getting ready to feel it. Would that be considered as grape if the woman do not want him to do that, but that's something he cannot control his body to do, right? Would that be considered as grape? Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, but let's continue.
You've been
I didn't take 30 of them, first of all.
Well, you said you took more than 10. All right. Anyways, so your answer is men shouldn't have a choice.
No.
All right.
And what I'm saying is, hold on, no, I'm not letting that slide. No,
you can't argue with it.
Look,
You know
listen.
that.
If you don't want to have a kid, then tell him to wear a condom. It's that simple.
Tell a man to wear a condom?
Instead of killing multiple babies.
Oh my!
You know what I mean? Like a guy cannot have sex with a woman without a condom unless he allows it. If she says, if a woman says, "No, Brian, you have to wear a condom in order for you to have sex with," then he's got to wear a condom.
Yeah, because if he take it off, that's great, pretty much. If
you know what I mean, so it's more.
Go ahead, Amanda. You have some.
I don't understand how is that so hard to understand. A woman has the power to sex. Make him wear a condom so that way you don't have to worry about getting an abortion.
The thing is,
how is that hard to
being
understand?
truthful, the girls that said that men shouldn't have the choice, they really don't care about the no you're not dumb.
Not nice.
You're not really caring about the man's
right.
Yeah.
You know
obviously
what I mean?
the man don't care either if he's going in full raw.
We can say obviously women don't care because
y'all letting us.
Y'all in the kids.
Yeah,
don't say y'all. I never have an abortion though.
In general, women are the ones that delete babies.
Mm-hmm.
Not men.
Not men. So
y'all
obviously y'all don't care if y'all deleting the babies, and you had 34 Plan Bs.
Yo.
So you've been getting rid of them even before the process fully started.
Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, what does the Bible say about abortion?
Let's use a different word. So
Anyway,
next. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Amanda.
Oh, I just want to go back to a point that I said before that relates to this, that when you're having sex with someone, you're assuming the responsibility that you might get pregnant.
Not if you're wearing a condom.
Condom breaks.
Yeah, but the percentage of that is very low. It does
condom
break,
breaks,
though. It does.
Birth control fails, it happens, right? But no matter what, you're having sex, you both are assuming the responsibility of possibly having a baby. So
Which
when answering
means that
when answering the question that you said, you kind of have to. It was kind of difficult for me at first because you have to kind of take your own opinion of abortion out of the equation and just look at the factual,
Yeah.
the facts going on in the United States right now. Right now, we see a lot of uplifting of Roe v. Wade and all that stuff. So in my opinion, that is what you said. Oh, the government doesn't protect children. That's the government's attempt and society's attempt to protect children.
It isn't.
By
it isn't
self-deleting the kid?
No,
I said that it is, and I got you. I said that it isn't. The government doesn't care about kids. The government only cares about women because the government gives women the choice to self-delete the kids or not.
But there's a lot of in certain specific states, right? Because it's state versus federal.
I think how many states is it? Maybe like 4
But
states.
you see that happening
5?
now.
Ain't a lot.
You see that happening going on right now, right? Saying that it's certain states that you cannot have an abortion, right? So
well, you still can, but the terms is different. Meaning that if you're if it's like your second trimester or something like that. 6 to 18 weeks or something like a lot of them are 6 to 18 weeks. So if it's after that, no. So you can still get it done.
State versus federal too. So when laws change like this, it takes a long time. So it usually starts with the states. So what I'm just saying is that's when you look at what the government's trying to do just by book, that normally they try to protect children, right? Now with this whole issue is it's a double-edged sword, right? If women being allowed, a complete autonomy to their body, and do men have to pay child support? It's a double-edged sword.
It's not a double-edged sword.
No, it's not
a double-edged sword.
The truth is that manipulation
How is it
happening.
not a double-edged
Because you got to
sword?
go to the cause. It's not a double-edged sword. It's because the government isn't trying to protect kids. They can, if you want to protect kids, you make it illegal.
Yeah.
Right?
Which is something that you see. It's not complete, but that's something
you
that's
make
kind
it
of coming up.
illegal. You make it illegal everywhere, meaning that we create a law. You can't do this, doctors. You're not. You can't go through do these procedures anymore. Yeah. It's illegal. That is fully protecting kids.
No, I agree, and that's what I'm saying. That's something that.
Did you know before Plan Bs were invented, there were less abortions, but ever since Plan Bs were invented in like the 60s, the abortion rate went high. So that just shows you right there.
Terms too.
That just shows you right there that a lot of women are irresponsible. Hence why I say just use a condom. Do condoms break? Of course they do.
Not only that, let's take it a step back further. Let's get to the root cause. Only have sexual relationships with a man that you wouldn't mind having a child with.
100% agree.
Vice versa with him, right?
And vice versa with men. Only smash chicks that, if you do knock her up, is I
like her anyway. I always say
she's a good chick.
You're going to go pregnant, at least like her.
If you really want to, stop, but it isn't going to work like that because people have, different options. Plan Bs, condoms, and all of these other things. But fair enough.
See, and that goes to what I was saying earlier too about the women and their mentality. If they feel like that they like the dude, if they feel like that it's something that they could get of value from that dude, then guess what? They're going to keep that child regardless if that dude like it or not. Y'all want to know what's also interesting about this, right? What's also interesting is this. Why is it that the moment when the woman becomes pregnant, right? Why do a woman go and tell the dude that she's pregnant? Why did she do that? Matter of fact, let me ask y'all this. Ladies, why do you go and tell a man that you're pregnant? What is your reasoning behind it? And we're solely sticking on this particular topic right now. I'm not talking about if you're married and y'all decide to procreate together. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about if y'all are actually in a relationship with one another and y'all decided to procreate with one another. I'm talking about two consenting adults who just wanted just to have a good time and just so happy she get pregnant. Why do you go and tell that dude? What is the reason why you go and tell that dude? Why? Why do you go and tell that dude when you already made up your mind that you're going to keep that child. Or it could be this. You could go and tell that dude, right, that you're pregnant because you want to see how he's going to react to it. And how the way he react to it, that is going to determine if you're going to either A, keep the child, or B, abort that child. Let's keep it real. Because once again, like we established on this podcast, that women are emotional. Most things that women do, they operate off of feelings and emotion. Then they leave logic in third place or last place. So most women who does this, right? Most women who does this, they're looking for something. They're looking for some type of validation so they could ultimately make the choice. Oh, if he sit up here and say that he don't want the baby and tell me to abort the baby, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna keep the baby. Or if he say that he want the baby and I don't want the baby, then I'm gonna tell him that I don't want the baby. And in fact, I'm going to ask for half of the $500 that I have to pay to get the abortion. And if he don't give me that money, then guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to spitefully go ahead and keep that baby, and I'm going to cash out and put this dude on child support. So who's really in control of the overall situation? Who really overall has the choice in the matter? Obviously, by everything that y'all done seen so far, by what I'm telling y'all right now, obviously it's the woman who has the upper hand. Period. The woman has the upper hand. So that's why I say that it should be legalized that men have the same type of options as well as the woman. If the woman can want to pick and choose, if they want to keep the child or abort the child, the man should have the same option as well too. Period. This is how the way I feel about it. That man should have the same option. Now, once again, I'm not talking about if y'all were actually in a relationship and y'all consented on each other that you want to procreate together. It's not what I'm talking about. Or you were even married and you had children. Then next thing you know, the marriage ended for whatever reason, and the dude decided that he wanted to abandon his children. No, that's bullshit. Nuh-uh. That's bullshit. No. Nope. No, sir. No, sir. At all. So I want y'all to also listen to this right quick, and I want y'all to consider this, all right? Let's listen to what this lady had to say on Dr. Oz show regarding this same topic that we're talking about right now.
We're talking about reproductive rights. You know, it's not just about women's right to choose. Every single state in the U.S. allows women a certain amount of time to decide if they wish to parent the child they have given birth to. In North Dakota, they have a full year to decide if they wish to assume legal...
Yeah, my apology if it sounded a little low. This is just how the video is, okay?
Moral, financial, social...
Matter of fact, let me start it over again for y'all. Let's go.
Talking about reproductive rights, you know, it's not just about women's right to choose. Every single state in the U.S. allows women a certain amount of time to decide if they wish to parent the child they have given birth to. In North Dakota, they have a full year to decide if they wish to assume legal, moral, financial, social responsibility for that child. If they don't, they simply surrender it and all their obligations end. They're done.
You mean they give it up for adoption?
Yes, it's called a safe haven law. No man in the U.S. has the right to opt out of parenting a child he has biologically contributed to. And even worse than that, he doesn't have to be the biological father. He can still be held responsible. If you don't see that as a gross unfairness, I'm not sure you know what fairness means.
Exactly, facts. It'd be a lot of cases where a woman sit up here allegedly say that she's pregnant by this dude, right? And literally tricked this dude to come to find out that this ain't neither this dude seed at all.
What?
Put this dude on child support and everything. Literally mess up this dude's life to come to find out it is not this dude's seed at all. And there's no laws that protect men from this, that protect men for trifling women, which it should be. And just like what Cooley stated earlier, right, which is true, is that all the laws is geared towards protecting women. It's not geared towards trying to do what's in the best interest of the child, because if that be the case, if we're trying to do what's in the best interest of the child, you'll either allow that child to be created, regardless of the fact, remove abortion, period, and all the stuff, right? Remove all that, period, and allow that child to be created, because that'll ultimately be the best interest for that child, correct? But it's not. It's literally what's in the best interest for that woman. This same thing that I was telling y'all about when I was doing all that political stuff last month, when I was sitting up here telling y'all how the way the Obamas are, how I tell y'all how Kamala Harris and our whole left Democratic Party is, where they sit up here trying to talk to y'all about sexual reproductive rights. This is what they're talking about, where they only want the woman to have legal rights. They not at once, they advocated for men to have reproductive rights as well too. Not one time. Because they don't consider that. They don't consider these trifling situations that women do. They don't. They don't consider that women also have to take accountability just as well as men do. They don't consider that at all, period.
A man should be able to have a financial abortion if he doesn't want to have the child. Defend your answer.
All right, please explain what financial abortion is.
Meaning you told this girl I'm not.
All right, so we're getting into the concept about financial abortion, okay? That's what they're going to explain it to you about what it is, all right? So let's go ahead and listen to this.
A man should be able to have a financial abortion if he doesn't want to have the child. Defend your answer.
All right, please explain what financial abortion is.
Meaning you told this girl I'm not involved. Good luck.
Yeah, I believe that's 100%. I think it should be actually a law, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you, Gertrude.
Because if I tell you I don't want this baby and then you go and get that baby.
Why are you fucking without a condom if you don't want a baby?
That's not the
people do stuff.
What?
Hold on, listen. My thing is, and not for nothing, but I despise that rebuttal. Why are you having sex? Because the funny thing is, when the woman doesn't want to have a baby, but the man wants to have a baby, but the woman gets rid of the baby, the man just has to sit there and take the L and suffer. But when the man also doesn't want the baby, and then the woman does want the baby, and she decides to have the baby, the man has to take the L and suffer. So either or, we're in a lose-lose situation. So even in me having a child,
big facts, and that's all I'm saying is that there's no legal protection against men, period. None whatsoever. Regardless of the fact that that dude decided to have consenting sex with this woman. There's no protection versus how it's protection for women. And that's the whole point of this argument. That's the whole point of the show today. Is to show y'all this, to show y'all that we do not have protection. We don't. There's no legal ramifications for women, period. It just is what it is. So that's why I say, and I literally advocate for this, that man, if a man decide that he don't want to have that baby, you decide that you want to, and you want to do it in spite of, after when you told this dude that you pregnant, he said, man, nah, I don't want to have nothing to do with that baby, and you do it anyway, I think he should have the the rights to do an abandonment on that child for real. He should. Because he never wanted that child. It don't make no logical sense for that woman to sit up here and introduce this dude into the child's life, knowing good and well this dude don't want to do it. The next thing you know, guess what? They calling this dude a deadbeat dad. No, the dude ain't necessarily a deadbeat dad. It is that you had chose a dude who didn't want to have a child with you. That don't make him a deadbeat dad. It is that he just didn't want to have a baby with you. But you chose to do that. Then you want to put labels on that dude. That dude could be an outstanding dude. He probably not no Pookie or Ray Ray or nothing like that. But he just don't want to have no children with you. I'm gonna throw this out here too. Let's say, in another case scenario, right? Let's say that man is going and I already have a whole family out already. That dude have a whole family. Once again, that dude have a whole family. He decided to mess around and have an affair with his wife, with this woman. Mess around, and the moment was what it was, and decided to get this woman pregnant. She wanted to keep the child because she wants what he got. But she know deep down inside that she cannot get that because this dude is married, and she know this dude is not going to leave his wife. But guess what she do? She'll keep that child anyway. Put herself through all this burden, right? Put herself through all this burden, all this emotional burden. She'll literally get upset, start stalking Dale, right? She'll get upset and end up finding who the wife is, end up pulling up on her, and all kind of crazy stuff. And with all that said and done, still try to keep the child, and guess what? That dude still is going to abandon her and that child. He's still going to do it. So what would be the whole point in it? Other than for that woman to try to cash out on that dude. That's the only logical explanation that I could come up with. Gasman, salute, welcome, bro.
So I could personally say that if I have a child, and even though I'm present, I can only imagine if I wasn't present, so fully I wouldn't feel right? So even if I did have a financial abortion, I would still suffer.
Yeah.
You know, I would still suffer. A piece of me is out there that I don't really know. I can't really touch. I can't really feel. I can't speak to. And, you know, it's going to grow, or she, he, whatever it may be, will grow. And I have to live with that on my conscience for the rest of my life. Mm-hmm. I'm still going to suffer, but I should have the right. I should have the right to suffer, to choose how I'm going to suffer.
So,
you know
like,
what I'm saying?
But in everything that we do,
Yeah, and facts. And that's the whole point of this argument, is that just the same as the woman have the right to choose whether or not they want to suffer their obligation with either having a child or not, the man should have the same obligation as well too, to choose whether or not if he want to suffer having a child or not. And that does facts. It shouldn't be one-sided at all. If we're going to, just like I said, if we're going to keep it equal, then we have to keep it across the board equal. If a woman has a right to pick and choose, the man should have the same exact rights as well too. Top, what's up with it? What's up with it, bro?
I do agree with what you said, but in everything that we do in life, there is consequences to anything that we do. Mm-hmm. Nobody wants to get into a car accident, but you choose to drive. So if you know that either or it's a lose-lose or a suffering situation on both parties, because, I mean...
Well, there's seatbelts and there's airbags that's supposed to keep your life alive.
It's supposed
and there's
to.
condoms.
And there's condoms that's supposed to.
But
if you do the act, you're taking that risk.
Let me say this, though. Right, so, I think not using a condom is like choosing to drive recklessly. Okay, right, without a seatbelt and an airbag. However, a woman has a seatbelt and an airbag just in case she gets in an accident. So what that means is if you guys conceive a baby, you have a safety net to say, okay, I can go take a plan B, I can get an abortion, or if I'm against abortion, I can give this baby up for adoption. So there's safety measures in place after the accident happens. Whereas for him or for men, when the sex is happening, there's no safety net.
I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, facts. I agree with it too. That once again, there's a safety net for women that's been built legally for them, that they can either pick and choose. They could choose to either carry that child or not. And then if that dude do not decide to quote unquote play ball, right? The other legal safety net is that they could carry that child and put that dude on child support. And they call it financial obligation. That's what they call it. That's what they call it. And then they'll correct visitation orders and stuff, right? And if that dude decide to not abide by the visitation order that they established through the Office of Attorney General, guess what? They're going to file contempt on that dude, and guess what's going to happen? That dude going to get put in jail. Not to mention, through the Office of Attorney General, putting that dude on child support, messing up that dude's credit worthiness and everything. Take away his license if he don't pay child support, all kind of stuff that been set in place to benefit what? Not the child. As they would say, it's in the best interest for the child, but it's not. It's not in the best interest for the child. It's in the best interest for that woman. And that's all I'm saying, that if they got all these different safety nets for the woman, where the hell is our safety net as men? Where's it at? Where's it at? Because I don't see none. This final video that I want to show with y'all today on the stream, I've been hearing this a lot. I've been hearing this a lot lately about this whole topic about abortion. Not only about abortion, but also about women's right. One of the main arguments I've been hearing is that men do not care about women's reproductive rights. That is totally bullshit. That's bullshit. That is totally wrong. At the end of the day, men do care about women's reproductive rights, and we want women to have legal reproductive right. We do. But at the same time, it can't be one-sided though. If a woman have legal reproductive rights, men should have reproductive rights as well too, because guess what? A woman cannot create a child without who? A man. And no matter how way you flip it or spin it. Oh, I can have a child. I just go to a fertility clinic. What do you think? What do you think they insert into you so you can have that baby? A man's sperm. They certainly not inserted to you a horse sperm, a dog sperm, a pig sperm. They inserted to you a man's sperm. So you need a man to reproduce. So therefore, if you're a reproducer, right, we should have the same type of rights for reproduction as well too, right? But I want y'all to listen to this.
Should men have a say in abortion rights?
No. Men don't have to carry a child. Men don't really face any of the responsibilities.
Yes. This is Russell for Brute. I'm in Washington Square Park, and we're here to...
Now, the answer why Gertrude question, she said, why do you think that's so though? The reason why I believe that is so legally is because us as men, we have not took it serious enough to make it legal so we could have rights as well too. It haven't became that serious versus women making it serious. The reason why is because once again, just like I stated before and time again on this podcast, that when it comes to women and their way of thinking, right, they think more with their emotions first and they leave logic last. But men, on the other hand, we have logic first, then at the end, we have emotions. Okay? So what does that mean, Urban? That means that when we're dealing with certain political rights and stuff, right, reproductive rights is like on the bottom of the totem pole with men. Because at the end of the day, in a way, we care, but it's not, logically, it's not that damn serious because we understand common sense. But however, with women, on the other hand, is different. It's the other way around. They care because they're emotional connected to it. They care because at the end of the day, these type of women, they say that they seek equality, right? But that is not what it really is. What it really is that they want to seek power and control. What best way to seek power and control is to have this argument saying that a woman could control access to their bodies. That's the best weapon a woman could use. So that's why I believe it is what it is right now. It is that we as men, we haven't took it serious enough to want to go up into Congress, to go up to the House of Representatives, debate and create laws that protect men reproductive rights. That's why I believe it is what it is. That's why I believe that men are struggling right now with this.
Ask some men about abortion. Should men have a say in abortion rights?
No. I think everybody should have a conversation, but I think ultimately, it's not up to us what to do. You can't tell someone what to do with their body.
It has nothing to do with us, It's just really it's all them. We're not the ones that's actually getting pregnant and giving the babies. That's not our choice.
Why do you think men should have a say in abortion rights?
Because men have a lot of power, and so they could make good laws.
No. I believe in my body, my choice.
Well, they should have say. No, they should only be able to talk to the woman. The woman is the one to make decisions because it's her body.
Perhaps in their own relationship, if it's their child, but not as far as nationally goes.
Yes, I do. I really do, because it takes two to tango, you know what I'm saying? That's his baby just as much as hers.
Everyone should have a say in abortion rights, women and men included. I don't think it should be a decision that should be made by one singular sex.
What do you think is the best way for a man to be an abortion rights activist?
They're not supposed to be there at all.
No idea.
Listen to what women say.
Yeah. Respect women's rights. Stand up for the people in his life who are fighting for the same cause, and stand behind it if he believes in it.
Now listen to every man that they're interviewing, right? All the men are giving logical answers, okay? They're not giving answers based on how they feel about it. They're giving a logical response, because common sense, once again, is that every man understands that a woman has the legal right to her body. Every man overwhelmingly says that. Matter of fact, every man believes that, hey, that is ultimately your body, because the woman is the one who's carrying the child. Every man agrees with that, 100. But the disconnect, what's happening is that women tend to weaponize her body, her choice, to get certain type of things that she want out of it emotionally. Case in point, having a baby with a man who don't want to have a child with you. They're literally weaponized that very thing, their very bodies, did take it a step further by using legal ramifications to go through their agenda. That is not cool at all. That is some bullshit for real. That's bullshit. So that's why I say that men should have also the legal right to choose as well as women do. Because we all rock with that. Every man is rocking, saying that, hey, a woman have the right to choose. It's fine. But if we're both two adults, right, and we in this thing together, we should both come into a decision. And that decision is whether we're going to choose to have that child or not. If she say yes, he say no, guess what should happen? You should literally sue one another, right? Take each other to court and allow the legal system to decide what would be the best interest. Just like dealing with civil matters, you know what I'm saying, with money and stuff, to be honest with you. If both of you can't agree on a certain situation, sue each other, take them to court, and let the legal system decide. And then you have all these different type of laws that's going to put in place, not only for the woman, but for the man as well too. So ultimately, it could a judge to ultimately decide on what should be the best course of action. Should the woman go ahead and carry that baby, and that dude is gonna have to deal with it, or should she abort that baby because the dude don't want to have nothing to do with it? Or here's the third thing too. Or if she decides to have that baby, that man should have every right to abandon that woman because he don't want to have nothing to do with it. Legally, he should have every right to abandon that woman. Now, once again, those of y'all who are coming in right now, I'm not talking about if you're actually in a relationship and y'all consented on each other to have a baby, and then it's happening and stuff, right? Then you had it. The next thing you know, y'all end up breaking up for irreconcilable differences or whatever case may be, right? And then that dude decide to abandon the child to, be in spite of the relationship. That's what I want to talk about. Because once again, that's bullshit. That dude should not do that, period. No. Because them kids don't have nothing to do with you and that woman decision to leave that relationship. They don't have nothing to do with that. But I'm talking about two consenting adults that just so happen want to go out and have sex with each other. That's what I'm talking about in this particular podcast, okay? But let's continue. South Pass, salute.
Way is to support the woman. There's nothing they can do except for support her.
Men should be educated, I think they should be informed of the laws, the procedures, things that happen in those situations.
If the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade, how do you think that would affect you?
As a man? Yeah. Sure, the same way they affect women. Right now they playing games with actual human beings. If they want to carry the baby, why not? If they don't, why not? That's their body, their choice. You know what I mean?
I don't know if it would really affect me. Maybe the things I might do to someone else, but it's not. Even that doesn't really affect me selfishly. I think we would all feel some sort of ripple effect because we all have, moms and sisters and aunts that we all care for, and it's these should be essential rights for women.
The only way it would affect me is because it would hurt my friends. I know that because they're really upset about the issue right now.
That's one of those things that wouldn't affect me at all. But it would create a cultural environment that would create a lot of angry women. That would affect me. Would affect me a great deal.
Directly at this time, I don't think it would affect me, but at some point down the line, it could affect everyone.
Yeah, and just like I say, each and every last one of these men, they gave a logical answer to the question. They didn't give an emotional response or anything like that. So shout out to them. Shout out to them. So what can we conclude on this matter? All right. We could conclude on this matter is that overwhelmingly every man agreed that a woman should have a choice with her body. Every man agreed to that. We can also agree that when it comes down to it, right, two grown adults should take care of their responsibility. Like I have repeatedly said this over and over again. If you decide to procreate with a woman, then you need to take care of your responsibility. Now, here's the thing about it, and I want y'all to consider. Taking care of responsibility can't be one-sided. What do you mean, Urban? It can't be one-sided. Taking care of responsibility doesn't mean that he should go ahead and consent and have this baby because this woman is making him do it. No. Taking care of responsibility means that you, two grown adults, is making a choice that's going to be life-changing to both of y'all. Well, both of y'all are logically coming up with solutions, taking accountability and coming up with logical solutions. If you know good and well that not only you as a woman, but you as a man, you're not mentally and financially prepared to take care of a child, then don't have that baby, period. It just that simple. Don't have the baby. Do things to protect yourself. Man, you can want to strap up and wear condoms, or if you're that type of dude, right, where, you know, you just feel like that you want to get all the full sensational of it, right? If you feel like that, then to be honest with you, you probably need to go and get that snip and get a vasectomy or something. Hell, if they could come up with man birth control pills where ain't no notifying the sperm count or whatever the case may be, do that. Hell, get yourself drunk as hell or something. I don't know. Smoke weed, something that will lower your sperm count. Do something that will lower your sperm count. Smoke weed, hit some kush or something. I don't know. Get on some ice or something. I don't know. Wherever that will lower your sperm count, do that. So you want to get that woman pregnant. Same thing with the woman. If you know good and well that you're not trying to have a baby, right? Then just don't do it. Get on birth control. Use the female condom. Plan B. Snip as well too. Hell, some of y'all women, y'all wild as hell. Y'all be smoking the shit too. Smoke some stuff. Mess up, just tear up your body. Because it is your body, your choice, right? So tear up your body. Go smoke some weed, some kush, get on some drugs, do whatever you got to do. So you want to get pregnant. And just do that. But if you're not willing to do that, and then that situation has happened, just like women say equality, it need to be equality across the board. If that woman has the right to choose, that man should have the same right to choose as well too. If that woman could use the legal system to exercise her rights, the man should be able to use the legal system as well too to exercise his rights. If she could take that dude to the Office of Attorney General and try to exercise this dude to get a DNA test, and not only that, but also try to put this dude on child support, the man should have the same exact right to use the Office of Attorney General to not be on child support and to sign paperwork where he could abandon that child if he so choose to do that. It should be across the board. But guess what? It's not. It's not across the board. And that's the whole point of why I'm talking about this on this podcast today, that it need to be across the board. It need to be equality. A man need to have the same legal rights as well as the woman. Period. He do. A man need to be protected. Because just like I stated earlier, there's some men out here who got a woman pregnant, right? Was trying to get the woman pregnant. It just happened that way. It could be whatever reasons. It'll be whatever reason. He probably was cheating or whatever and got the woman pregnant. Whatever the case may be, it happened. That dude should have legal rights to protect him. Period. Now, some of y'all be thinking about this, and y'all like, damn, Erwin, that's kind of extreme. That's crazy. Exactly. I'm glad you think like that, because that's exactly how men think about it. That's how we see it as being extreme, where women exercise their legal rights to either make that dude take care of that child or not. Why not? That is how the way I see it. So I promote that for real. Y'all heard it on this podcast that Urban promotes the hell out of. If a man want to abandon a child, then by all means he can do it legally. And he should not have no ramifications behind it, period. And that woman should be left to take care of that child with no problem, without her trying to go into the court systems to try to force that dude to take care of a child that he don't even want. Then, last but not least, ladies, have y'all ever consider the emotional burden that you put not only on yourself, but the emotional burden that you put on your said child. Have y'all ever considered that? Some of y'all don't. What y'all do is this. Y'all literally give birth to that child. That child start getting up in age, and that child starts seeing that their friends have parents. And they start wondering, Mama, where my daddy at? And guess what some of your sisterhood women do? Oh, he ain't want to be in your life. Your daddy not here. He's a deadbeat daddy. Use that term, deadbeat daddy. Put labels on it. But all in all, the reason why is because that dude not necessarily a deadbeat daddy, but it's because that dude didn't want to have anything to do with that child. You try to force it on him. But like I say, that dude probably could be an outstanding guy, model citizen, but you up in your feelings. You straight up in your feelings. And next thing you know, you sit up here lying to your child. Oh, he's a deadbeat daddy. He don't want to have nothing to do with you. Sit up here literally programming your child to hate this dude. Then finally when the child get up in age and the child is questioning stuff, right? And finally find they said father, right? They already mad and stuff, right? You wasn't in my life. Why you wasn't in my life? Or why you wasn't there to protect me from boys if it's a daughter? Why you wasn't there to help me protect me from boys? Why you wasn't there to play catch with me if it's a boy? Why was you wasn't there when I graduated? And then when they finally meet their father, that dude gonna sit up there and be straight up honest, like, hey, I'm gonna be straight up real with you. I told your mama that I did not want to have you. It is nothing personal. But I told your mom I did not want to have you because during that moment, and I'm pretty sure your mom did not tell you the truth about this, but during that moment, me and your mom was at the club, was getting drinks. She was dancing, I was dancing. I barely knew who she was, right? And we just so happened went into the club restroom and I raw dogged the hell out of your mom. And that's how you got conceived. Your mom wanted me to take care of the responsibility, and I told her no. Because I barely know you, nor I didn't want to be in a relationship with you. All I want to do is have sex with you. But that wasn't good enough for your mom, and she decided to have you anyway. That's the truth. Now imagine that dude telling that child that, hey, you was born because your parents were sitting up here being naughty as hell at the club, turning up at the club, getting drinks on, and they decide to smash up in the women's restroom. That is crazy as hell. And that child had to live with that reality that there was a bathroom smash. That is crazy. That's bullshit. Child had to live with that there was a bathroom smash. So that's why I say what I say. Is that, yeah, it should be across the board. All the way across the board. But that's my take on it, y'all. So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments about it. Do you agree with my one perspective on this or not? You know what I'm saying? I'm always open to hear different people's perspectives. And hey, maybe one day I'll do a show and we'll do a panel discussion about this. You know how I roll. So other than that, appreciate y'all tuning in to the stream on this Saturday. Thank y'all so much. Thank everybody who came in, and thank everybody who was going to catch the replay as well too. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all. Y'all enjoy the remainder of your Saturday. Make sure y'all be safe out there in real life streets, and make sure y'all be mentally safe out there in the YouTube streets as well too. All right. So I'll see y'all again. Y'all have a great and wonderful Saturday. Thank y'all.